A man dies after almost sending a message. The truth isn't in what he said, but in what he erased. A modern crime story about surveillance, silence, and the danger of unsent words.
The Dark Atlas.
They didn't find a weapon. They didn't find fingerprints. They didn't find a witness who stayed. What they found was a phone in a Paula's Hook apartment. It lay face down on the kitchen tiles, still warm, battery at 17%. No cracks, no blood on the screen, just a faint smear where a thumb had hovered too long. The victim's name was Elliot M., 34. Freelance copy editor, no criminal record, no known enemies. Death ruled a fallhead trauma, blunt force. Accidental. Detective Mara Ionescu of the JCPD East District didn't believe in accidents she didn't start with the body. She started with what wasn't there. Deleted messages, 247. Drafts, 19. Voice notes, unsent, 6. Calls initiated, then cancelled, 11. People always think deleted means gone. It doesn't. It just means regretted. Mara scrolled slowly. One draft message caught her eye, timestamped to 14 a.m. I know what you did. That was it. No name, no follow-up. No sen. No sen. The voice notes were worse. 6 files, all recoverable. She played the first. Static. Breathing. A chair. Scraping. Then, Elliot's voice low, shaken. I'm not trying to threaten you. I think this went too far. She checked the call log. At 2:09 a.m., Elliot had dialed one number 3 times. Each call canceled before the first ring. That wasn't panic. That was doubt. The kitchen was spotless. Too spotless. Someone had wiped the counters, but missed the underside of the table. Amateur mistake. Or intentional distraction. But Mara already knew something the room overlooking the Hudson couldn't tell her. Whatever happened here, Elliot had seen it coming, and he almost warned someone. Almost. She closed the phone and looked at the body again. Who are you scared of? She murmured. And why did you stop yourself from saying it? The answer wasn't in what Elliot sent. It was in what he couldn't bring himself to say.
The Dark Atlas.
The first suspect didn't come from a name. It came from a pattern. Mara didn't chase contacts. She chased echoes. Every deleted message on Elliot's phone had a rhythm written late, erased fast, always followed by silence, except one thread. A number saved as L. No sent messages. No received messages. Only drafts. The last draft was written the same night Elliot died. Timestamped 1:58 a.m. If this comes out, it won't just be me. Mara didn't blink. That wasn't guilt. That was leverage. Fine, L, Mara told the tech officer. He hesitated. There are 12 L's in his contacts. Mara shook her head. Not in his life. They found her at 6:43 a.m. in a Journal Square walk-up. Lena Kovacs. Lena's apartment smelled like cold coffee and dust. She didn't ask why the police were there. That was mistake number 1. Mara asked for the phone. Lena handed it over too quickly. Mistake number 2. The phone was clean. Too clean. Mara smiled thinly. Mind if I check your cloud backups? Lena swallowed. You won't find anything. The backup restored slowly. And then it appeared. A draft message. Never sent. Never deleted. Saved automatically because the battery had died mid-typing. If Elliot talks, they'll trace it back to us. What was he going to talk about? Mara asked. Lena's voice cracked. A report that disappeared. A death ruled natural that wasn't. We flagged it. They buried it.
The Dark Atlas.
The third party didn't show up in Elliot's phone. That was the first clue. Someone in this story had kept everything. The name surfaced in a buried metadata report. Jonah Reeve, data compliance consultant, with a rented desk in a Newport high-rise. People like Jonah don't leave traces. They make sure others do. The network logs told a different story. Someone had accessed Elliot's cloud drafts 3 times in the last 6 months. Read-only, no edits. No delete. That was monitoring. They pulled Jonah in at noon. He didn't ask for a lawyer. You accessed Elliot M's drafts, Mara said. Yes. He never sent them. I know. Did you know he was going to die? Jonah tilted his head. I knew he was going to stop deleting things. That sentence landed heavier than a confession. Jonah's smile faded. It was weak. He wanted the relief of telling someone without the consequences of being heard. You watched him panic. I watched him hesitate, Marilyn Dean. You didn't erase anything because you didn't have to, she said. You let him erase himself. Jonah met her eyes. Exactly.
The Dark Atlas.
Mara broke protocol at 1:32 a.m. She sat alone in the JCPD digital forensics room. The lights of Lower Manhattan, just a reflection on the glass. She didn't recover a message. She reconstructed intent. She selected the last unsent draft. I know what you did. She retyped it, matching the rhythm. Then she did something illegal. She sent it us im. Across the city, Jonah Reeves' phone lit up. A single notification from Elliot M. For the first time in years. Something had arrived that should not exist. He didn't reply. That was his first mistake. Back in the lab, Mara watched the read receipt. Read, 1:34 a.m. 2 minutes. Considered. She typed again. You counted on me staying quiet. Sent. Jonah's jaw tightened. This wasn't Elliot. Jonah finally responded. You're dead. Mara didn't hesitate. So are the drafts you never deleted. Silence. For the first time, his phone recorded hesitation. Her screen lit up. Incoming message. Unknown sender. If you continue, others will fall. Mara replied instantly. They already have. She shut the system down.
The Dark Atlas.
By morning, nothing looked different. That was the danger. Jonah Reeve resigned at 6:11 a.m. People like Jonah didn't vanish loudly. They dissolved. At 7:03 a.m., 3 sealed cases were quietly reopened. A change in status from closed to under review. The kind of shift only people on the inside ever noticed. Mara noticed. Lena Kovacs called at 8:19 a.m. I didn't send it, she said. I know. Then who did? Mara looked at the city, someone who got tired of reading and decided to answer. By noon, Jonah's apartment was empty. On the desk, his phone. Powered off. Digital forensics found one thing. A draft, time-stamped 5:58 a.m. unsent, undeleted. I should have erased more. The medical examiner amended Elliot's report. Manner of death changed. From accidental to undetermined. That single word did more damage than an arrest ever could. Mara stood on the pedestrian bridge over the turnpike extension where Elliot had fallen. No flowers, no candles. Tesidi didn't pause for men who almost spoke. She thought about drafts, about the weight of unsent words. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. No preview. She opened it. They're watching again. Mara typed back. Good. She deleted the conversation. Not because she was afraid, because some things didn't need to be kept. That night, somewhere in the city, tiny acts, invisible shifts. But history never turns all at once. It tilts. Mara powered her phone off. Tomorrow, the system would still be broken. But now there was something new. A crack. The crack didn't heal. It splintered. A week after Jonah Reeve dissolved, a new case landed on Mara's desk. A traffic analyst from Secaucus ruled a heart attack. His phone was factory reset. Clean. The official report was a bureaucratic ghost. A message, we're still here. Mara didn't touch the case file. She went to a diner in the Heights. Lena Kovacs was already there, looking less haunted. She'd gotten a job offer. It feels too easy, Lena said. The company was North Star Logistics. It meant nothing. That was the point. Don't take it, Mara said. It's not a job. It's a leash. That night, Marat's own systems flagged an alert. An old, dormant file in the JCPD evidence server had been accessed. The file for the natural death Lena and Elliot had flagged a year ago. It hadn't been opened, it had been copied. The access log showed a single user, M. Ionescu, her own credentials. She hadn't done it. The system was framing her, using her own digital ghost against her. It was Jonah's move, perfected. A warning. We see you, too. Mara didn't delete the log. Deleting shows fear. Instead, she added a note to the file. A single, unsigned sentence. An echo isn't a voice. She stood up, the city lights of Jersey City painting stripes across the floor. The fight wasn't over. It had just learned her name.
The Dark Atlas.